Dots on the screen like disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the groove, trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, 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 oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel, up and down, it's a funky deal. It's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots. Yeah, trade the dots. Cashing in, cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene. Disco lights, flicker and shine in the heat of the night. I got the moves, I got the groove, trade the dots and watch me improve. Yeah. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots. Yeah, trade the dots. Spin that chart like a DJ wheel, up and down, it's a funky deal. Risk is a dance, it's a balancing act, but I'm moonwalking on this market track. Yeah. Fingers snapping, numbers tapping, groove keep flowing, never napping. Trade the dots, hit the spots, fund the prop, make it pop. Money, money, money. Oh, it's hot. Trade the dots, yeah, trade the dots. Cashing in, cashing out, shake it, scream and shout. Pockets fat, but I'm staying lean. I'm the king of the trading scene.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Good morning. I'm just setting everything up because I actually have a lot of really cool complimentary stuff for you guys to get today. I actually created the full PDF of the whole dots format, which I will go through in just a little bit. But good morning. Everybody give me a sound check, mic check. Let me know if everything is good, if you guys are hearing me, if everything is visible. I think screen looks good. I'm looking at everything over here. It looks pretty good. Big pop on the open right now with just massive sell down. Very negative, pretty negative ADP news today, showing weak employment data. So market, I think, did not like that. That was like a 8:15 story. We sort of just hung out, and then now we started to really see the selling coming in. I need to actually, you know what I need to do? One of the things I need to do is, because since we're trading directly from TradingView, I need to set up a high volatility trade, which is 4120, right? And I want to set that up as save as 40 by 120. Save. I want to shit. I'm already late on that. Oh, fuck. I'm so late on that. All right. We can't trade this. I wish I could trade this. I was just all right. Let's just try it. What the hell? I'm trading small. Let's. I should have been in on this orange trade here, but I'm setting up early. Didn't get a chance to do this. So why is this? And yeah. So why am I trading a 10:30 trade instead of a 5:15 trade? Because obviously yellow candle, that's a massive vol candle, right? That was a 40-point candle. When we have a 40-point candle or anything larger, we got to expand our targets, expand our stops to make the trade viable. So, okay, good. That trade worked, and we'll take it to the bank. So, second day in a row that I think I'm actually going to do this like this whole week long. This is the week of the micro. The smaller you are, the better you are this week. The question isn't going to be how big are you, it's going to be how small are you. We're trading pure micros on these accounts. Let me actually show you the TradeAvate accounts. I literally have not had any time to do anything today. So no trade. I just started trading. The idea is, so this is the funded account, and I have 4 accounts that are in the process of evals. And the game plan, that we're going to do here is we're going to take it super slow. Instead of like going hard, getting the account funded in like 1 day or even sometimes 2 hours, but burning 2 or 3 accounts. Basically, you burn 2 to get 1 funded. We're going to nurse the eval accounts in the same way that we need to nurse the funded accounts, with the notion being that we're going to just basically make the target for me is $100 per day per account. So basically, I'm running an account. I make $100. I move on to the next one. I make $100. That is not nearly as simple and easy as you think it sounds, because we're starting with just 1 unit, 1 micro. On NASDAQ, it's a $10 trade. I got to make 10 clean trades to kind of run that to 100. But of course, the upside of all of this is because I'm trading so small, I can repair the losses right away. So, if I lose one, I can go 3 size on the next one. I've actually been going 4 size on the next one, because that not only repairs the loss, but puts me back into continuous profit mode. And then I could even go 1 or even 2 minis on the third one and still be well within my control of drawdown. I would say, I guess I should say 1, because if I go 2 minis, the drawdown will be 600 on the 2 minis, which would be too much. But if I do 1, the max drawdown will be 300. So that's not horrible. And by the way, my rule set is going to be, if I miss the 1 micro lot, I go to 3 micro lots. If I miss the 3 micro lots, I go to 1 mini lot. If I miss the 1 mini lot, which is like 3 in a row, I'm done. I'm moving to the next account. I'm not going to butcher the account till the end, right? So the max that the account is going to lose at that point is going to be $400, and then we come back to it the next day and try to repair it that way. So that's sort of like the game plan of the longer term trading structures. I could have actually, look at this. We just had massive sell down. I don't know what's happening. We are down fucking 200 points off this move, which unfortunately, I only took a little bit out of it, as you can see, because it really is unexpected that we have these huge moves before the market opened. But what's good about this is that means we're going to have a nice volatile day. We're going to have lots and lots of movement, which means we'll have repairs, recoveries, reversals. All of those things are going to be possible for us on a trading basis. Let me organize the charts here to do. Let me see. Okay, so all of my settings are messed up because I was doing, let me just reset this. I'm going to do A setups, A minus setups, say okay. And then I want to do this one. I want to do B setups. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure I have the right one. So this one, yeah, this one we're going to do B setups. First trade only, B plus setups. Okay. So if I mute this one, I should have the B plus. So I have a B plus setup coming up right now. Again, it's going to be a 41.20 trade, 10:30 on the trades, 37 seconds on the clock. Notice the volatility on this thing. It's really, really massive. We're talking like a 40-point candle on a retrace basis. 29 seconds left on the clock. So we will we'll absolutely let it complete let it complete before we do anything. 16, 17 seconds. 60. All right, I'm going to sell here. Bad fill in my thing. Everything is slipping very, very badly. Let's see if I can get this done on the retrace move here. We're done on the retrace. We saw, oh, what is this? Why did it go? I sold 57.51. Wow, that's a massive slip. That should have been, wow, it's a really bad slip. Look at that. So 40.20, it just got really, really slipped. And that's the disadvantage of trading off of TradingView directly. If I was trading off Tradeovate, I would have gotten better fills. But I just wanted to, again, I want to work with you in like the most simplest way to trade the setups. Next week, when wealth charts, when I clean up the wealth charts and we go to wealth charts, you're going to see much better executions because wealth charts are going to give us better executions. And we'll be trading the funded accounts. But same idea. It really doesn't matter. I mean, you get slipped, you get slipped. I can't cry about it. We still made money. News says it's an AI dump. I am absolutely going to go over this, Lee. So just hang tight because today is your lucky day. Not only am I going to go over this, but by the way, if you guys I don't need to tease the surprise. Everybody can get this right now. Look at this. I'm sending you right now in chat, and everybody who's in Twitter, get your asses over to YouTube because then you can actually get the PDF to all of my trading rules of BFF dots. I put everything into a PDF. We're going to go through this step by step with you guys in just 1 second. But the PDF is yours for free. Just go download it, okay? I just put a link in there. If you're watching me on Twitter, please get your... Actually, you know what? I'm going to make your life easier. Twitter peeps... here's the hang on. I'm texting you right now. Here is the link. Excuse me. Oh, fuck. Yes, the heating guys are finally here in the house, redoing my whole house. Here's the link to BFF rules. Okay, I put the link in here. So if you're on Twitter, I don't even need you to come to me on YouTube. I put the link in there for you. Go nuts. Have a good time. I think everybody's going to really enjoy it. I think I'm going to go through this, but I made it sort of as step-by-step as possible for everybody to trade. Okay, so this is great, man. I mean, we open up with a 200-point gap. This is the kind of market we love, right? Shit. I'm missing. I'm sorry, guys. I'm missing trades because this was a nice clean trade too. I really wanted to take this trade. It's just everything is moving so fast, and I'm trying to do a million things. I'm not taking every trade that I could for these setups. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Okay, so we're running this. I'm gonna put this over here to the side so I can kind of keep track of what's going on over here. Okay, over here. So this is the link. Go out there, go knock them dead. Get the PDF to the rules, to the BFF rules. Let me know if first of all, everybody, make sure. Are you guys getting the BFF rules? Are you able to download it? Just give me a confirm. Let me know. Let me know, please. Okay, let me see if we can refresh this, make sure that everything is good. Okay. So give me a confirm that you guys are actually getting the links and all good. Yes. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Miguel says yes. Okay, very good. Everybody says they got it. Got it. Okay, very cool. All right, so I'm going to go through this with you step by step. It's just like, man, there's so much price action. I just want to trade everything. Let's talk about what what I'm looking for right now. Super deep red sell-off, right? 200-point sell-off, AI, whatever. People are coming to the real. I don't know, 100 different bullshit reasons for always selling off. One of the main reasons, by the way, is I think you really can't argue anymore that AI is not impacting labor, because ADP really came in like ass. They were looking for plus 10, it came in minus 32. So, and since all we have is private market data, you absolutely, have to trust that as your final thing. All right. So who's new in the room, first of all? Newbies, come over here. Talk to me. Because I really made this for you. Say hi to me, please. Lynn is new. Who else is new? Come on. SSX. You're not new. Okay. If you've been in the room, I mean, like somebody who just stumbled into the room today and like going, what the fuck? Why is there so many trades? Who is he? What is this guy doing? This looks crazy. That's the people I want to talk to. Hey, View, how are you? Good to see you. Who else is new here? Come on. Tell me where you're from, guys. So here's what I want to tell you. What I'm looking for. This is a turn trade, right? Let's get over here. We got slope turning green. We have a green dot, green candle. This is very much a trade we want to do, and we're just gonna take a 2060 trade if this thing holds, and see if we can just get a reversal pop. Now, this is a very early reversal pop, so I'm not at all 100% confident that we can pop it, but it's been so sold off that I think it's reasonable for us. Hey, Len, news from Singapore. Nice to see you. 17 seconds left. Waiting for the close of the candle. As always, we need the candle to close. 1 minute chart. Shit, I just lost my view. 8 seconds. Let's see if this is going to make a play for us. 5, 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm long this, and we're done. See that? It's super fast. I set you guys up. I said, we're going to trade this, for the 5 reversal. That's a nice clean 5 reversal trade. Now we kind of, see if this is going to be a V-shaped rebound or, just a bullshit consolidation. Maybe we test the lows. I mean, they clearly, they bought ahead of the 420s, but my vibe is that we're probably going to have more selling as the day goes by. We're not even open yet. It's 9:20. We're not even open yet. We're down 200 points. So hey, Chicago, nice to see you. Be sure, everybody who's new, be sure to, you know what I'm going to do, guys? I am going to, hang on, where the fuck is this thing? Okay, I'm going to pin. Oh, no, damn it. Hang on a second. I'm sorry. Just wait. So many stupid things I got to do. Hang on a second. I got to switch accounts. Why can't I switch accounts here? Fuck me. Okay. 1 second. All right. Now I'm logged in. I'm logged in as admin. Just bear a second with me, guys. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it easy for you. I'm, what did I just do? No. Pin message. Okay. I have pinned the PDF that explains my trading methodology to the top. So everybody who's new, everybody who's old, it's pinned to the top for the rest of the show. Go knock yourselves out. Go get it. If you're new, absolutely get the PDF so you guys can understand the rules as we proceed here. I am still watching to see if I could get one more trade off here before the market opens. So again, let's look at this. We have a sell condition, red slope. All I need is a red dot candle. If I get a red dot candle, we got to short it. Now we're going to short it into the lows. I fully understand that, but I got only 5 points I want to try to extract, and the lows are 50 points down. So between here and there, I have a reasonable chance to make the short if the market complies. If the market wants to consolidate and baseline here, then we just let it be. We're not going to trade the longs here at this point because we got 10 minutes to the open, and we're going to just let the open run itself over. As a matter of fact, if I don't get a signal in the next candle, if the next candle isn't red, actually it doesn't even matter. It's not going to give me a signal. We're going to take the next 10 minutes away from the market, and I'm going to walk everybody through the rules. How's that sound? We're going to just simply pause up, and I'll walk everybody through the rules. Although I'm really, really fucking tempted to take this long over here because this is a good long. Now we've consolidated. We're going to take one more long if this cooperates with me, and then I will take you through the rules because there's just so many great opportunities here to scalp today. 39 seconds, 38 seconds. Let's see if the longs hold. The high over here was 84. So, it's a question, are they going to try and gun it towards the 500? Let's see. I mean, they clearly held it underneath the 400. So now they want to try to recover it. 20 seconds left. I'm not moving until this candle stays as is with 3 seconds or less. Because, and we're going to trade just a very, very simple 5-10 trade. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to go long. All right, I'm long this thing. Let's see if we can get a little bit more continuity. I'm just trying to expand this out here. 84.25 is my target. No, unfortunately, I'm not. I knew it was gonna. I knew it was. This is why you don't trade 10 minutes beforehand. I was just got tempted. All right, no problem. We'll look for the repair trade after the market opens up into this cycle, and then we'll go from there. No biggie. Okay, I should have gone to rules. I was just too greedy to take one more trade. All right, let's go to rules. Let me show you the BFF rules for everybody so you kind of understand exactly how the whole process works. First of all, the BFF system is just long-term against short-term moving averages. The defaults are 200 SMA, 8 SMA. Why? Because they work. It really doesn't freaking matter if it's 100 SMA, 200 SMA, whatever you want it to be. It's just a short-term against long-term. These are the settings we like, and trade with them. And you can modify every single setting in this indicator, but this particular setting is what we like, right? So step number 1, if the 8 is above the 200, that's an uptrend. As you can see, there's a table that says uptrend. If it's below, it's a downtrend. That's the big trend that we look at. The next step is every candle that's above the 8 SMA, it doesn't matter what the actual candlestick says. Every candle above 8 SMA is colored as green. Every candle below the 8 SMA is colored as red. This gives you clues as to whether the buyers or sellers are in control. If they're above 8 SMA, the buyers are in control. If they're below 8 SMA on a very short-term basis, the sellers are in control, okay? The third thing about the indicator is that the 8 SMA is colored with a slope. The 200 SMA is just basically one single color, but the 8 SMA actually has green, red slope. Green slope is when the 8 SMA is positive, when the slope is positive, when the buyers are just continuing to buy. And the red slope is when the sellers come in. So those are very, very important analytical functions for us to help us construct and create trades, right? So in this particular case, those are the sort of the three basic components of what we're looking for. And then the final component here is the dots. And there are two types of dots. The white dots indicate early positive momentum, and the green dots just simply indicate positive momentum. The candle goes dot if it holds the close above the prior high. And conversely, purple dots are early negative momentum, and red dots are negative momentum. Okay, so we have moving averages, we have slope, we have dots, and then we have one final component, which is the shaded area. And the shaded area is the minimum amount of moving average separation, the minimum amount of volatility we need in order for us to get interested in a trade. And the basic general rule that we follow is if there is no shade, when the moving averages are right next to each other, that means there's no trading to be done. Prices are not moving. Remember, if prices are moving, the short-term moving average is going to, I'm going to go long this thing, guys. I don't give a shit. I'm going to go long. This is a setup. Let's see if I'm long. I'm going to go long this thing. Let's see if I can resolve it. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. All right, good. I resolved the trade. Now I go back to I see it on my other screen. It's too good to pass up. So the basic idea is, first of all, as you can see, nothing but shaded trading for us. It means all volatility, all trading, all good. We could have made 3 times as many trades as we did because we were just, I was just talking. But anytime we're in a shaded area, there's trading opportunities for us to be made. Okay. So those are the primary ingredients of how we trade. Everybody vibing me on this? Give me a yes. Yes, Boris. I see you. I hear you. This makes sense to me. I'm using 5:15 as always, unless we have an orange candle. Then I'm using 10:30. Okay. So I'm always using 5:15. You can easily see this, guys. You can see what I'm doing because you can see 2060 right over here, right? That means 5:15, where it's in ticks. So that's a in ticks format. When we're trading futures, we're always trading in ticks so that everybody knows exactly the structure that we're doing. Okay. Everybody clear on all of this? KT says yes. Okay. So those are the foundational components of our trades. And then we have 3 particular trades, including the trade setup that I just did for now. Let's go. This is the A setup. The A setup occurs when I have a triple green or a triple red condition. A triple green condition is prior candle green, current candle green with a green dot or a white dot, and slope is green. Everything is all green, hunky-dory, go long, baby, rocket, 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 right? This is the A condition setup. And you can see over here where I went long here, this is a green candle. This was a green dot here. You can't see it because this is just covering it. Green slope, all of this completely complying. You see the little green dot here that the arrow is hiding. I'm long here. I'm out of here. We're good to go. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Money in the bank. That's our bread and butter A setup, just all day, any day, every day. We can trade this. And in a high volatility environment like this, it works like a charm. The opposite of that is the A red setup, which is what we were trading earlier, which is, as you can see over here, slope is red, prior candle is red. It can be a red dot or not red dot. It just needs to be red, but the current candle has got to be a dot. Whether it's red as, shit. I forgot. Fuck me. I forgot to add one more. thing. I will redo this tomorrow, guys. What I forgot to add was to explain what do the white candles mean and what do the purple candles mean. I will add one more slide tomorrow to do this. They're not that critical for us, but they're important. These are super buy candles or super sell candles. When the moving average isn't even touching the candle, that's a super sell candle. When it's not even touching the upside candle, it's a super buy candle. That's all it is, just kind of a supernova candles. And we have a couple of like off the menu setups on that. But I totally forgot to add that in the thing. So the second setup is what we call the A- setup. It's a variation on the theme. It's basically the exact same thing, except what we're looking for is these early turn. Remember, I said white dot is an early turn indicator. And if I get a white dot, green candle, green slope, I'm a buyer. It's an A- setup. It happens. This is not a setup because it's a green candle, but this is a setup. Green candle, green slope, ba ba boom, ba ba boom, ba ba boom. This is not a setup because the prior candle is red, the slope is red. You can see that when it's weak, when there are weak indicators, it really doesn't give you. A lot of times, it doesn't really work. It works sometimes, even on the weak side. But when it's strong, it really, really gives you high confidence that those trades are going to work. Like here. Like this trade is clearly working on a march upward, So that's the A setup, and conversely, this is the A- setup the other way, where you basically have the red slope, red candle, purple dot. You're selling it. You're selling it. You're selling it. You can see, by the way, how that worked like a charm here. Well, you actually didn't even have that many. Well, here it is. Red candle, purple dot, A- setup. You could have made money on this one on the close, right? So all of that is the A- setups, and then we have one final setup, which is called the retrace setup. And there are guys in the room that do nothing but just trade that, and that is, you're actually counter trend buying. You are buying a short-term sell-off in an uptrend. You are selling a short-term run-up in a downtrend. And the way that works is you have a positive green slope, but you have a positive green candle, but you have a purple dot. It's selling down to the moving average, but not breaking the moving average. And when you have that condition, the B+ condition, very, very attractive as a value proposition buy. You're buying in a dip, you're selling on a rip. We actually sold on the rip right over here. You know what? Let me just bear with me a second. I'm going to take off all of our execution marks so you can actually see it. You see this B+? That was a selling on the rip. We sold that retrace because it was super negative. It raced up, created a white dot. We sold this, and boom. As you can see, let me just go back to showing you the marks. We sold this 57, and we bought that 51. That's the one I was bitching about the execution. But you don't look a good gift horse in the mouth. So those are the three bread and butter trades that we do all the time. And Christopher says that's his bread and butter. It really is. We don't talk on the phone, my friend. If you have any questions, you can always call us you can always email us at contact@bktraders.com, and I'm happy to answer any questions you have. There's a lot of reasons why I don't talk on the phone with anybody personally, but the main reason is we're in the education business. Once we start talking to you, that becomes an investment advisory business. I don't want to be involved in that. NQ, TNL Global, the way ticks work in NQ, it's 4 ticks per point. So 5 points is actually 20 ticks on the take profit, 60 ticks on the stop. So it's a 515 in points, 2060 in ticks. I'm always using ticks because that makes it very specific. Nobody has any confusion as to what my stops and targets are because everything is set in ticks on all the trading platforms. Okay, so that's the game plan. All right, look at this, man. Look at these big ass orange moves. These are 40 point candles, right? Oh, so this is a trade that I absolutely love. but it's a cheating trade. It's kind of a cheating trade. This is where the retrace shows its, see, like it's showing its hand, but the candle, I'm actually going to buy this. Let's see if I'm right on this. Boom, boom. You see how fast that was? You see how fast that was? Now I'm cheating. The candle hasn't closed. The candle has not closed. And the rule of thumb is I need to wait for the candle to close before I want to buy the retrace. But very, very often, and it's a dangerous proposition. Oh, actually, I bought this with 3. That was nice. Oh, okay, I got to go back to 1. Sorry, guys. Nice. That was a nice clip. I think I picked up a nice P&L. Good. Okay, I'm $60. I'm only $40 to my target. Now, that was stupid but lucky. And, sometimes being stupid and lucky does help. What happens is very often the price will kind of tease the moving average and then bounce back off the moving average. And if you're quick enough to kind of buy it, it will pop and drop for you in a nice way. In this case, I was super lucky. This was fucking idiotic because the candle actually crashed through and, broke all the way down. And I probably would have been stopped out on an unnecessary move. But, as Yogi Berra said, I'd rather be lucky than good, right? We got so much volatility here that kind of stepping into these candles, luck sometimes really helps you get along. But anyways, this goes very much into the do as I say, not as I do category of trading. Is this correct? I just want to make sure this is correct. 07. Yeah, holy shit. We are doing $40 candles. 40-point candles in NASDAQ, one after the other. That is volatility, baby. That is just mass volatility. Wow. All right. So remember, if I have a signal on an orange candle, I got to go to 1030. If I have a signal on a regular colored candle, I'm trading it with 515. And the basic underlying assumption of that is that when I have such a huge candle, I need to give myself more room to breathe. My setting on this. So the most important part about the settings that you need to do, everything here is checked off and you can play around with them. But what you probably need to do to make sure that you have anything close to me is suppress the Christmas tree labels and the pause labels. That's actually totally separate trading structures, which I'm probably going to create a different PDF for on that, because there's so much in this indicator that you can do. I don't want to overwhelm you. So make sure you send show labels to off, and then your indicator should look very much like mine. If that works for you, then you should be in good shape. Big vol here, man. We are really rocking and rolling. I'm gonna go take a look at the news and see what they're saying. Yogi Bear, right? Yogi Berra. Everybody knows who Yogi Berra was. Yogi Berra was probably the greatest philosopher of the 20th century. Anybody? Who was Yogi Berra? He who answers the questions gets a free Apex account today. First one to answer it. Dustin, nice to see you, my friend. Yogi Berra had the greatest statement about trading I've ever heard. Baseball, New York Yankees manager. He was, before he was a manager, he was what? A catcher. Neil is the winner because he gets the most accurate. Neil, email me a note to contact BK Traders. I'll give you the free code for any Apex account for a month. Okay, watching this trade here, guys. Let's no, fuck the slope. The slope is green. No trades here. No trades. Slope is green. No trades. We're gonna leave this alone. We're still looking like we're creating a V-shaped formation to the upside. Let's let the market cook for a little bit before this. Is deja vu all over again? Was the greatest, but Yogi Berra's greatest statement as for trading was, predicting is hard, especially about the future. No, he said predictions are hard, especially about the future. That was the greatest statement ever. So true. All right, now we have an actual short setup, 36 seconds left. Yogi Berra is the Hanna-Barbera character. Yes, it's Yogi Berra, B-E-R-R-I-A. But I'm just you guys are I'm just mangling the words. Okay, 19 seconds left. Let's make sure this thing isn't going to be like a freaking huge candle. It's 96 to, oh shit, it's a big candle. Oh, now we got to go to 41.20. Big candle, orange candle. We're going to try and see if we can sell it. 3-1 sell. Okay, short 58s. Ooh, big retrace on me. No. Big retrace. Let's see if I can survive the retrace here. That's a big move. Jesus Christ. No, I might have to eat this. Let's see. We will see. Big move. Markets are really ripping up and down. Yep, we got we sold the bottom here. Okay, so this actually basically tells us some really interesting information. It tells us, I think, that the market is kind of done selling, right? They couldn't find any more bottom moves. So now we can try to position ourselves once we get a signal, possibly to the upside. We'll see. Like it's right now, what we're basically seeing is kind of a consolidation, big wide consolidation range inside these zones, with the sellers having run out of steam for now. There's dip buyers here all the way through, but not anywhere where we have momentum buyers that give us a chance to trade this. So we're going to get ourselves ready for a repair and see what we can do here on the repair side. So green slope, green candle. Now this candle really has to break through the highs here in order for us to get interested on the long side. And if it doesn't, then then we're just still churning, and there's still no signals for us. Yes, this is a 1-minute chart. You can see the name of the PDF. It's the dot setup for the 1-minute hyper scalp. That's what it's for. Okay. Sorry, when you're saying are we to select this? You can select 1, 2, 3, or just 1. They're all user friendly. You can every one of these is clickable or unclickable, and you can see what happens when you click or unclick it. So it's completely up to you which setups you want to see, which setups you want to be visible. All right, we're starting to get more negative. The sellers maybe willing to come back for a second turn here. Let's see. So let me show you what's going on over here. We're negative. We're red slope, red candle. Is this going to show? Is this going to come down and give us a red dot? And if it does, we're going to try and take that trade again. If it doesn't, that means the buyers are really holding the dip here. Let's see what's going on over here. Neutral. So far, it's kind of neutral, and the buyers just keep buying the dip, right? So if the buyers keep buying a dip, slope goes back to green. Now the tug of war continues. If the buyers can produce a green dot and push us higher, that's a momentum trade up for us. Let's see if there's any, you see, like after a long, big move, a lot of times you just get churn, and you really just need to be very, very patient in this churn to be able to take advantage of it, to trade it properly. Yes, you could select all. You could click them all or select none. It's all completely user configurable. Totally user configurable. Right. All right. So you see how this is what's interesting about dots in this kind of a environment is you see the tug of war. One red, one green, one red, one green. Nobody can make up their minds. Remember, trends happen when you have multiple reds or multiple greens, when everybody agrees for 5-10 minutes to be a buyer or a seller. And we're basically trying to extract that information from the market and join the buyers or the sellers once we see some evidence that everybody is agreeing to one direction or the next. That's what we're trying to trade. Scalping is all about finding where the agreement is and taking advantage of that. So, we're still consolidating. After like 40 point candles, now we're starting to really compress our candles a little bit. And again, red, green, right? You can tell, you can really see the tug of war between the buyers and the sellers, what they want to do, what they're doing, how they're trading it. It's really, really cool to watch this, 4 seconds left. Again, nothing on the screen, so we're just watching. Now it gets interesting. Now the buyers are finally starting to ramp it, right? Like they sold it. Slope is starting to turn green. Prior candle is green. We got 48 seconds. Let's see if they want to run it. Let's see if they want to run the trade. They got to hold the highs. If they can't hold the highs, then it's not really a momentum trade. It's just another weak rally attempt. 31 seconds left. Let's see how this plays out. Sometimes it takes 2 or 3 candles for the buyers to really start pushing things up. Right now, the sellers are basically every rip is being sold. You see how? Look at that. They ran it up and they sold it really, really hard down. And the cool thing is, with dots, we can wait until we get some confirmation. So this looks pretty good, actually. They're buying. All right, I'm long. They did create the white dots. Let's hope it's not going to retrace. It's not going to retrace on me. Really, really late fill here. Let's see if they can carry it back up. Come on, baby. I'm going to rally it up. 508 is my target. That 500 is a real battle, but let's see if the buyers can just sweep that 500, they're going to force the shorts to cover, and if they can't, they can't. It may take a little longer to consolidate, but let's see. Let's see what we're doing. Yeah, I'm going to get the shading too. The shading is pretty easy to do in wealth charts. Yes. Yes, absolutely. No, we can't get any power up, right? No continuity. Wow, man. It's really wow, this thing is just churning us. Which happens. What time is it? It's 9:45. It's the first half hour. It's the churn hour, right? And I often get churned out in the first half hour, and then we get some really, really nice trends after that. So, we're just trying to survive the churn. See if we can get the moves here. No moves. Nope. It's very tough. All right. That market's really, now that they finally decided, we're going to let this one go. Okay. We got clipped out on this one. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to just watch for the next successful trade. We're not going to take any trades. We're going to watch for the next successful trade before we begin to commit another trade, because there's been 2 trades that we got clipped out in the churn. That's telling us the market is not picking any direction. And when it's not picking any direction, we're going to step back and just reassess and hold ourselves back a little bit on the trades. So this particular setup here, if this works, that's a sell setup. We're not going to take it. We're just going to watch it. We're going to see if it succeeds. Because what's happening right now is the market is trapped in a very, very tight range. It hasn't really, what we're looking for the market to start trending. It hasn't really broken down or up. Looks like the buyers couldn't really hold it up. The question is, will the sellers break the lows? It's still a big churn game, and until it resolves itself, we're going to step back and just watch what they want to do. PMI and ISM. Oh, today is PMI and ISM, and that's right, in 10 minutes. Another good reason to hold off, because let's see what they produce. ISM, by the way, now the reason why ISM is super interesting is, again, we don't have public data as far as employment, and ISM services is, let me show you. ISM services is a very ISM services is the most important employment component. And so employment is looking at 48 at 10 o'clock. Let's see what they're going to print. But this is really going to be the only, besides ADP, the only measure of employment in November. So we want to know, what it is before it comes up. But from a price point of action, we want to see these lines be broken to the upside or to the downside before we kind of commit, because it's clear to us that the price action doesn't have any continuity up or down right now, right? So we're going to just simply wait patiently and see what it wants to do. What do we have? We have like 10 minutes into the it's just pure chop, and that is it's very, very important to know when your setup doesn't work, because it's actually much more important to know when your setup doesn't work than when it does work. I mean, our setup is going to work 95% of the time when there's trend, and will die when there's just chop like this, fake out, fake out, fake out. So once you see this kind of chop, your job is to literally do nothing. That is the greatest trade you can make within the setup, because any trade that anytime you commit to a trade within the setup, you're essentially committing to a loss, and of course the loss is just utterly unnecessary. Don't use dots during chop. MNQ Z25. This is the Z25, my friend. MNQ Z25. I'm trading DEES as we should be. It's the front month. I don't know what you're trading. Are you on the 1 minute chart? You should be trading. Oh, look at this, guys. We're breaking the downside a little bit, right? I said we're going to break the the sell point. Let's see if I'm right on this whole idea of we broke the moves. Now it's 5 minutes beforehand, lots of volatility, kind of stupid to take the trade. This is, again, goes into the do as I say, not as I do category of trades, but I'm going to just do this because, again, I'm trading small and I'm willing to take more risk on a small contract than I am on a much larger contract. So let's see. We're going to go short. Too early. Fuck, too early. Should have waited on the close. and I got stopped. And I eat my own words. Again, as I said, don't do as I say, do as I do. Oh, that was just unnecessary. It doesn't matter. It wouldn't have worked anyways because the prior to the news, it was just a typical flush and pop. All right, we're gonna wait patiently till the news hits, and then we're gonna try and see if we can work this out. I'm on a 1 minute chart. I've been on a bunch. You can literally see it's the 1 minute chart, guys. Look, it's a 1 minute chart. See, 1 minute. We've been trading 1 minute. We've been trading a minute for quite a while. Big reversal to the upside. Lots of vol. Let's see what the market wants to print here. How much time do we have? Well, we have 5 more minutes. It's still a long time before the data starts printing. There it is, starting to show up. Wow, man, that is just some rip and dip price action, up and down, huh? It's pretty crazy. Guys, hang on just 1 second. I'll be right back. I just got to check something out. I will be right back. We're not going to do anything for the first 5 minutes anyways. So just watch the price action. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, just a million things going on in the house today. So we got 3 minutes before the ISM. Price action settled down after all these violent moves up and down. A lot of fake outs. This is all fake. So we had huge price action before, and it's very surprising, right? So pre-market, lots of price action. And then actual real-time market was all fake out price action, which is why we're kind of getting a little chopped early. But it's very early in the day. We got plenty of time to recover any small losses that we took right now on this chop out. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, 1 minute is definitely better. That's why we switched to 1 minute. You get a lot more opportunities for trades. Okay, 2 minutes. We'll stay on the data. So the big thing is, if this employment goes to like 46, that will confirm ADP's number. That will probably be actually positive equities in some ways, because that will really put the pressure on the Fed to lower rates. which obviously makes it easier for us to trade. So, we can watch all of that in the market right now and see how it goes. By the way, if you're playing like defensively, another strategy is if you have a orange candle signal, you simply just don't take the trade. In other words, instead of expanding your stops and targets, so you kind of exposing yourself to larger stop loss, you can just keep everything uniform by just bypassing that signal, which is actually a very good defensive structure if you're kind of trading defensively. Or the opposite, you could just trade that totally as on a purely offensive structure if you want to. Okay, here we go. What do we got? Well, here's 52.9. Ooh, really? Employment not horrible. New orders bad. 66. Prices low. Looks like it's positive. The market reaction is kind of like sort of positive on the move here. Hard to say. Let's give it a minute. Generally, this seems to be prices being low, positive for equities. Let's see how this. Let's see if this thing is going to push higher. I'm going to wait patiently. My general vibe is that this is a positive burst of news. And we should be able to have a setup here. 8-9 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, I'm long. I'm long in this trade. Let's see if I can make the breakout to the upside. 516. We broke through the 500. So come on. You know what? I'm just going to take the small profit. I wanted to take the 5, and now of course it runs to my target. I want to take the full 10, but I just didn't. I hate it. Like when I get out early, and the trade of course works afterwards. That's fine. We will we'll keep going. This is, I think, a pretty decent continuity trade now to the upside. So if this candle holds. It's very annoying. I gave myself a little bit too early. Hey, Brooklyn Boy says he passed the PA. Very nice. Very, very nice. Off of this, what did you do? Talk to us. Brooklyn Boy, tell us what you did. Let me go back to the 2060 on this. Big pop on the move here. 9 seconds, 8 seconds. 5 seconds, 3 seconds, boom. All right, I'm long here. Let's see if I can get the extension. See now you're starting to see the momentum, and I'm finding I'm starting to feel the momentum, and starting to hit it. So yeah, this is where I got disconnected. What happened here? Okay, I got disconnected. Now you can really see these trades start to become winners, and it's exactly as I showed you. I mean, this is the really cool thing that we really started doing this week. And I think it's such an incredibly valuable tool set for everybody who's scalping, which is that we overlay the basic support and resistance levels, the basic technical analysis against the dot structure. And only when you start breaking the support resistance levels do you have huge amount of confidence in the dot structure. I could have done large. I could have gone, 3 large on this one and it would have really worked, because that's really where you get the pure momentum moves, right? The chop is where you pay the price, but once you start seeing the breakouts, the dot structures really make it easy for you to to scalp it out. So hopefully you guys starting to see the value of all that. I kept the lines on precisely because I just wanted to show you how effective that was in, anything in between here. I was dicking around and getting my ass kicked unnecessarily, because I said, we really shouldn't be doing anything until we clear the lines. But of course, I have like zero impulse control here with you guys. I wanted to do more trades. But for those of you guys who are intelligent enough to listen to what I said instead of, do what I do, you held firm until we started breaking out. And then it really became very clear that the trades really played out. How do we have to draw support resistance, or does the tool? No. This is just, I'm literally like, the way you draw lines in TradingView is Alt-H, horizontal line, vertical line. You can't draw it because it's organic to the price action of the moment. You have to look at it. I'm simply drawing this just to make it visually easy to understand where the breakouts, where the general breakouts and the general supports are. How do you change between minis and micros in TradingView? If you go over here, you have to. Oh, sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. You have to go to. I have my symbols organized by minis and then by micros. So if you want to trade the large contract, it would be here. This is a large contract. Matter of fact, we can have fun. We can trade the large contract if you want, because this is a retrace trade, right? It's a B+ trade. So let's see if that works for us. Okay, I'm buying. Let's see if the retrace worked, or if I'm gonna eat it. I might eat it. We'll see. No. The retrace trade was very high up in the move, very high up above the moving average. So that's why it's really struggling. If it was close to the moving average, it would have been a much better trade. So now now I ate this trade very badly. So now we're gonna have to try to recover it, unfortunately. But that was that's how you change from the big contract to the small contract. Guys, I'm not a big retrace trader, but I wanted to show you, trace. I'm really, today's a great day showing for me to show you guys how you could really kill the account. And this is another reason, by the way. The other cool thing is, this is why I trade 4 or 5 accounts, because right now, one account is positive, the other account is negative, but the negative account is the only one that's absorbing most of the losses, right? The next trade, if it's not positive, I'm going to stop trading this account. Christopher says he ate that. It's, here's the thing that I don't like about it is you want the Bs to be very close to the moving average. That's the whole idea. It was so far away that there was just lots of movement away from it on the downside. Plus, everything is super volatile today because of the big moves on the trades. Still, I think, so far it's a very strong upslope. Does the market die over here? It comes back down? I don't know. Let's see what everybody's saying on Twitter today on the on just analysis of the trading. Sustained resilience. U.S. services mixed. They definitely are mixed. Oh, God, what a faggot. I'm just looking to see if there's any economic news. Okay. Nope, nothing. So, oh, actually, you know what? Let me see. Let me go to. No, nothing. Nothing much. Everybody kind of took the ISM, and now they're trying to figure out what they want to do next. Good job. Good job, OTR trader. Very, very nice. Very nice. And Brooklyn Boy did a good job. You held and it was passed with the eval. Good for you. Excellent. I'm really glad. Nothing makes me better than you guys trading better than me, because that's really the whole idea. So we weakened a little bit here. And now we're back to negative territory, negative trend, negative slope. So now we just have to see. We're going to start running back down to the to the lows. I don't have any vibe. My natural inclination is the market sells off today, but who knows? It's from here to there. It's a long day in terms of trading, and for now, the market is showing us nothing. This is interesting. So now we have another retrace set up. I'll trade that with you if it holds. It doesn't hold, it goes away. But I'll trade that with you if it holds, because again, retrace setups are like a good thing to learn how to trade, even if this is not one of my particular good favorite setups. 6, 7. Oops, it just goes away. It just went away. Wow. Ooh. Should have taken that retrace right then and there. Okay, now let's see if they want to take it down. Yeah, you can trade big contracts or small. On the 50,000 account, you can trade up to 10 large contracts. They give you a huge amount of leverage, way too much, for people. But there's we have. By the way, if you guys are interested in coaching, of course, I'm going to put the coaching link here. If you want to sign up for coaching, that's tomorrow night. And of course, we can talk about like the super fast and the super slow way of getting funded with lots of large leverage. That's the cool thing about Apex. You could literally get funded. You could get funded in one trade if you hit it correctly. So they're testing the lows. This is interesting. I'm going to watch this. If I get a red dot, this feels like the pressures to the downside. I'm going to trade this. Yeah. So you see how fast that was? Boom, boom, boom. I'm getting like really, really shitty. This is the only problem with TradingView. The execution through TradingView. Now I'm trading TradingView with you guys to show you the ease of trade, but the execution with TradingView is ass compared to Trade of 8. If I was trading this through Trade of 8, I would have had a much better fill, much faster fill. The fill should have been like 506, and it came into 504. I guess at 275. You see how it kind of filled me very, very poorly. But it is what it is. I'm trading TradingView with you guys to kind of show, yes, it's super easy to trade through it, but you will be slipped a lot more because there's a delay from TradingView to the CME, where with Trade of 8, it's ultra fast. And of course, the fastest execution is on wealth charts, which we'll come back to next week as we revamp the thing. Wealth charts gives you really, really fast execution. That really sucked. Okay, it's fine. But but my thought pattern was right. 07 to like 499. That was the right trade. It was definitely a short trade as the market starts to wobble a little bit. Now we're still consolidating. Now there's just nothing going on here. Now we're trying to see if if it holds the reversal. But for now we got nothing. Oh, here's the retrace trade over here if it holds, but it's 20 seconds left, so we'll see. Execution with TradingView on Think CFD is actually pretty good. But remember that there you're executing against the broker. And we trade Think markets in Asia against gold, which is a really, really good, that's a good instrument to trade it. I haven't traded Think markets in North American session. So I don't know. But again, you're trading against the broker there because it's dealing execution versus the exchange-based execution on futures. So this signal has to travel from TradingView through Trade-of-8 to CME, and that's why there's a little bit of a delay. Markets just chilling, doing nothing. So today was kind of a strange day. All the excitement was in the 9 to 9:30 hour, just like a huge ass sell-off before the market even opened, right? That's what makes markets so much fun. Every day is just a little different, just different enough to keep you guessing all the time. So one of the cool things you can see is the constant dance of price action. Trend movement, retracement, consolidation. We're now sort of in this consolidation phase. You can totally see it on the dots move. As we're trying to transition from a red slope to a green slope, trying to pull it up. This trade, if it holds, will be a buy signal for us because we get the green slope, green trade, triple green structure here. Over here, let me zoom in on you. Slope, green candle, green dot, triple green structure. If it holds, we've got 40 seconds to go, so it's a long time from here to there. But that's a reasonably good trade for us to take if it holds the position here. And obviously, they kind of bought it at a higher low. Presumably, that means we might close the gap to the 200 SMA and really take it through the 600 on a recovery basis. We'll see how that trades out. 12 seconds left. All right, so you see how fast and how good that was. That was done through Trade-of-8, mainly because I just got fucking tired of getting slipped on TradingView. Because as much as I love to show you how simple it is, I actually do want to win my fucking trades. So you see how much faster and easier it was. I just wanted to show you the difference. I went long. Trade-of-8, that was an instant execution, instant stop. Now, TradingView probably would have worked also, but it would have been a slip. And maybe it would have been +4 points instead of +5 points. It's just the nature of the beast. You have to appreciate. You want ease of use, you get that. You want really, really high quality execution, you use TradingView. You want both. Just we'll go to wealth charts soon, and you can trade those. Just to give you an idea how those things work. Yeah, OTR. So one of you're absolutely right, except we basically completely bypass that problem because we're trading. Scalping is the perfect strategy to not have to worry about the draw, because I'm not remember, I'm always exiting at equity high, and I'm never like the one thing that there's a lot of things that happens to our accounts that can be bad. We can overtrade, we can tilt, we can trade too big a size, blah, 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 blah. But the one thing that will not happen to our accounts is that we get trapped in this equity drawdown rule because because the very nature of scalping is that we're exiting at equity highs where I always have $2,000, $2,500 behind me. I'm never, trading with like a tighter stop against it because the very nature of how I'm trading means that I'm rarely, running into that problem. If you combine my scalping with small size, you're almost assured of never running into the negative maximum, negative issue. It's a $10. So I said to you, it's a $10 trade. It's a $10 profit when you're doing 20/60. So it's a lot of grind, to do $100 a day. It's a grind. You got to do 10 net winning trades a day. But on the positive side is you have very, very high probability of achieving that. And if you have the patience, in other words, everybody wants to get funded and paid in 5 days, right? And that sounds great. But in reality, if you just simply say, I'm going to just trade this and maybe I'm going to get paid in 60 days, like in real life, where most everybody is on a net 30, net 60 invoice basis, you have a much more realistic chance of actually getting paid. It's just a question of greed versus accuracy. And God knows I am just as guilty of greed as you guys are. Oh shit, look at me. Guys, I'm sorry. I'm talking and I ran through. We should have bought this one. This was a retrace trade here, whatever. Christopher, did you take this trade? I don't know if this worked. Was it 37.44? Yeah, it actually did work. Dustin says he's been working on his PA for a month and still no payout. Yeah, and it may take you 2 months. It may take you 3 months. Think about this. What if it takes you 3 months to get a payout, right? That's a payout you would have never gotten if you didn't work on it for no money, for basically whatever, $50 that you paid for it or $100 all in with the PA funding. The skills you're getting are lifetime skills, which you can then translate to your own accounts. Like my own accounts, I trade exactly on just all micros, all tiny accounts, and that's an incredibly valuable skill. Right. Brooklyn says he's in it for the long haul. That's what it is, baby. Because, if you have the skill for life, you're going to get paid every month, every year for us. Oh, we got a nice short setup here, guys. All right, let's watch this. I'm gonna watch this on the short setup. We did a double top here. We totally double topped here, right? Let's see if this trade holds. So those of you guys who want the new people in the room, here's a lot of people watching. Free. This is totally free. I'm putting the link in here. This is the explanation. This is the PDF PowerPoint explanation of my whole hyper scalp setup. There's one thing that's missing in there, which I will modify tomorrow, and you guys can come back and download it. But 99% of the information you need is there, and very, very useful. So if you want to understand exactly how I'm trading, you can download it right now and just kind of study it. I went through it earlier in the session. You can watch it on replay. I'll go through it tomorrow with everybody. Friday, I think we might do another mini marathon on Friday because we have PCI, and that's it's a big event on inflation. If that shows low inflation, bottom line is, I think the takeaway from the macro data is inflation has been beaten, but so have jobs. So, Trump may not be wrong in saying that the Fed needs to cut more. I really was on the opposite side of that argument, but Trump may be right on this. So I will, we kind of have to see how the data will go. But we're definitely going to do mini micro before. So go ahead, guys, download it. Let me know if you guys have it. BC is at 10 a.m. though, might not be volatile. Well, Friday is always good, like from 10 to 12. It's European close. We'll give it a shot. All right, so I'm watching this again. So what turned out to be what I thought was going to be a double top is actually kind of holding bid, right? So this is right now, if this thing goes positive dot, green dot, we have an upside trade. Market really seems to be, it's a slow churn higher is what it seems to be right now. Let's see if I'm right on this. We will wait until the candle closes. I'm definitely going to wait till the candle closes. This is a very tight candle. It can totally slip against me in the last second. All right, no, it's not. All right, I'm long this candle. 55 is my target. Let's see if I can make it. Let's see. No, not quite. Just kind of died. Almost there, but not there. Jesus Christ. I'm dying today. I am dying. This is zero continuity. Just goes a little bit and kind of dying. All right. It is what it is today. It's a tough day on continuity basis. This is tough actually, because this is the kind of trade that really sticks in your claw, because what happens is we just reach down and then come back up, right? Lots of volatility. Nothing you can do about it. This is a legit trade, and if it extends higher, we'll just go again with it. But until and unless it does, I'm not doing anything. It's just, this was just didn't extend enough to the target and just took us out on the stop. All of that basically telling you is that the momentum is just not quite there. There's a lot of hesitation in the market price, and we have to be patient with the trade here and give it some time. 'Nope, not really trading. $47.53. Oh, this was you know what this was? This was really tough. The close was 47. The high was 53. I just got a really bad execution at 50. Had I gotten an execution just at 48, 49, I would have been able to make the trade. It was just missed my touch, which happens. Still, the bias looks pretty. It's still crawling. If you look at the slope line, it still continues to crawl up. It still feels like they want to take out the 600. It's just, one step forward, 3 steps backwards. That's very difficult to gauge here. So I'm going to stay very patient with this. No signal for me. I need a dot. I need a move to the upside. Let's see if the buyers want to run this. Nope, buyers could not hold it, so no trade so far. Yeah, gold is really good. Well, it's not that the thing about that I decided is we're going to stick to one product per session, and sometimes NQ is just not today's NQ is not the product to trade. But I don't want to. It's better to just have a shitty session in NQ than hop between one or two instruments. We're going to trade gold in Asia tonight. By the way, we're going to do the New York close 3 o'clock this afternoon. So we'll see how NASDAQ trades into the close. And we're going to do Asia tonight. So come join me. Tuesday and Wednesday is triple live days. So there'll be plenty of opportunity to trade. But I'm just focusing on one instrument per session. Doesn't matter if it's, if it's working or not. It's just generally better. I honestly don't know what caused this morning's sell-off. There's a lot of post-factum explanations, and we'll take a look. But my presets are very simple. It's not that I have any presets. I have them set up as first trade only. Then I have two setups. One is B plus, and the other view is A and A minuses. And I suppress all the dots. Show labels is off. Show labels is off. Those are my setups. All right. The buyer's running out of steam here. I have a red setup to the downside, 16, 17 seconds left. Let's see what happens here. I'm short. Let's see if we get any movement here. And boom. Boom, nice movement. 5 points here. Yeah, those 5 points. Yeah, good. All right. And I recaptured quite a lot of now. I went large size here, guys, because I had a lot of confidence in this trade. Again, this goes into the do as I say, not as I do, because I'm trying to get this account back to break even. It got pretty bloodied today. But again, as I said to you, the thing about getting bloodied is as long as you stay alive, the market will rescue you. As the day goes by, we're going to get nice continuity movements. Like I think now we're going to get like a downside movement. The next candle that's going to be it's going to be a red dot. It's going to be another good downside trade. Maybe it'll be the next one after that. But if we can put together 2 or 3 consistently negative trades, short trades because of negative signals, that will give us total chance to recover and do its thing. Yeah, Evgeny says that gold yesterday was so frigging easy to trade. Holy shit, it was so easy to trade. Yeah, gold in Asia really does have a thing. Oh, I haven't looked at what's the news on Microsoft, Nico. I haven't looked. Closing hour is 3 o'clock in the afternoon, guys. 3 to 4 today. Okay. The session, the December schedule until the holidays will be 9 to 10:30. We're kind of a little bit over time for New York Open. 3 to 4 New York close, and 7:45 to about 8:30, 8:45 Asia Open on Tuesday, Wednesdays. That's going to be the story. Ooh, what happened? Buyers, buyers, buyers. Buyers, buyers, buyers. Look at this. Holy shit. Buyers, buyers, buyers. News? Something? What happened? CNN partners with Kalshi. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I'm hereby announcing full unconditional pardon. Henry Quillar. Fuck this. Just not. What is going on here? Unveil historic reset of federal fuel standards. Aiming to save American families $109 billion, according to the White House. Jesus, just like pardons. I don't know who the fuck Henry Quillar is. Biden's auto pen documents. Blah blah blah. Who gives a shit? Yeah, no, nothing. I don't know what's going on here. Nice big pop. All right, let's see. This is a, now we're going through these 600. The buyers just really lifted this. If this thing goes green dot, it's a legit trade for us. So far, nothing. Very herky-jerky action today. And the best thing I can say is that we kind of survived it at a very mild bleed on one of the accounts. The other one account is positive. The other account is a mild bleed. So not quite a signal for me. Didn't quite take out the highs. This one might be the signal. It seems to be that they want to run it to the 600 level. So we'll follow the play. This will be the last trade I'm going to make with you guys today, if it holds. So aside from just the chop of the market today, the key thing is watching the breakout levels is very important. And the other thing is trade evade. Trade through trade evade. Even when you don't get it done, the execution is just so much better. Excuse me. Yeah, execution is so much better than trading. I'm going to get stuff. This was a small trade. I took a small trade on this because I knew this. I didn't have a lot of confidence. And the reason why I didn't have a lot of confidence whether this is going to work or not is because this was against the 200 period SMA, right? So that's usually a very big resistance point. So I only took a tiny little trade on this, and and I'll see how it trades out here. And if it continues to break the 200 SMA, I'll get a little larger size and trade it. You can see that I traded this on a micro instead of a large contract, and that's exactly why. There was no reason to take a big bet against the 200 period SMA. Because it just kind of naturally retraced against it. If this goes another green dot, I'll take it from there. But let's give it another minute or two. I'll hang with you guys for another 10 more minutes if I can get the signals. "30 seconds left. Let's see if this candle lifts through the highs and holds the highs." Excuse me. $654. Let's make sure it holds. It's not holding. Not holding. Okay, a little bit more consolidation. It's all actually pretty positive price action. They're consolidating, but they're not really retreating. They're bunching up in front of the 600 level for an attack through the 600. So I'm perfectly okay with this. Oh, is the sales quotas? All right, here's the retrace trade. Let's see if the retrace trade holds. So the market sold off that they lowered the sales quotas. It was a rumor. That was the interesting rumor. That's interesting. All right, so it was a bullshit rumor. 678. Nope. Let me see. I got to make sure this thing holds. Nope. It's breaking the downside. Oh man, guys, look at this. The price action is brutal today, right? whoa, just we can't get any continuity. Every time I want to get excited, it kind of trades the other way, which is, and that's sometimes that's the thing. You got to just roll with the punches, and sometimes being just small negative is a win. Like today, I'm a couple $100 negative on the account, and it feels like a win, given how many chop cities we got into today. All right, OTR. Enjoy your chickens. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you, everybody else, for hanging out with me here today. Yeah, so come join me today for the close. Hopefully, the close will be a little bit more definitive. What's incredibly deceptive about this move right here, guys? It's very, very annoying. Is it's actually been a straight up move since the ISM, but it's been these very, very undulating retraces that have hidden the upside. Right? There's a small burst of upside. It just didn't comply with that, with our rules. And if you'd taken sort of a swing position, you would have been fine. But there was just all these chopped out trend ideas, and that's the thing you need to understand when you're scalping and you have these very, very undulating small waves. You're going to get chopped out. We took a few trades here to the short side. We stayed away from most of the bad trades, but we really didn't have that kind of consecutive, let me just bang it. Like this was our money tree. We just, it just came so suddenly and so early that we didn't get a chance to make nice money out of it. But that's what we like, as far as transaction goes. Yeah, Obi says he's just barely required. The guys, so understand that if you're in community, let me show you how you're going to find out. I actually haven't posted it, I think, in community, but it's my fault. But anyways, I'm not going to send out email links to everybody all day long, because the easiest way first of all, the easiest way to know when everything is scheduled, the absolute easiest way, you should all go to the YouTube channel, right? Blah, 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 blah. Go to live, right? If you want the actual direct link, I'm putting the link in here. This is how you know where everything is scheduled, right? All the schedules are right here, right the F here. The first and only place where you're going to get everything organized is here. Notify me, notify me. Hit here, hit here. When I go live, just hit the notify me button. That's literally the best thing, because the first and foremost place I'm going to post the information is on the YouTube channel. That's why you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel. That's why you want to hit notify me. That's really what you need to do, right? Number one way of doing it. The second way is to be in our community, and which this is my fault. I hadn't put the calendar stuff over here. But if you go into the calendar stuff, into the event calendar, that's going to be the third place. And I'm not going to email too many people, because people are just getting annoyed with too much email. And you should be able to know exactly. So this is all going to be here. Like, so for example, I forgot to put the two more over here. Like yesterday, I put all of them on here. So they're all over here. You click on them, you see this. The moment I put it on the event calendar, it's automatically going to notify you as a member of the community. And here's the link. All right. Here's the link. So that's how you find out. This, by the way, is all free. If you join the community, let me give you the join link. If you join the community, this information is totally free for anybody who wants to join me. But honestly, the best way is just to go to the live section of the YouTube channel, hit notify me, and you'll know for sure, because that is always going to be the place where everything is done, right? I'm watching this candle. Come on, baby. Is this going to work? Nah, it's just is this a green slope? No, let's do this. Buy. I bought it here for, let me just get it a little bit lower. I can't tell if this was a red slope or green slope because the 200 SMA was shading me, but I'm just assuming that it was a green slope move. Let's see if this thing is going to work. And there it is. And it does work. So I justify my existence with a final trade of the day on our, as I said, they consolidated. It was a hidden upside bias here, but it was incredibly difficult to extract that bias. We did manage to do it on this move. And that's it. I'm going to finish up on a winner because it's been a brutal day today as far as trading. And we're going to try and work on the account and try to get it to positive by the end of the day. My reputation is safe. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyways, guys, thank you again. Come see me at 3 o'clock this afternoon. We'll see how to close this trading. Okay. It should be a lot of fun there. I'll see everybody then or tonight. And make sure if you want to know the latest, the greatest, just simply go to the live section and just hit notify me because that's where I'm going to be posting everything first and foremost. Thanks a lot, guys. I'll update the dots guide by tomorrow, and you'll be able to get. I just forgot to put the the orange candles and the purple and the white candles, what those mean. I need to I'll put 3 more slides so it fully explains all the conditions. But basically, this is the rule set, so it should be really, really easy for everybody to get together, right? You guys like the PDF? Is the PDF clean and clear? I mean, I try to make it as clean and clear. Let me get some feedback on this. Yes, no, anything else you want to see in it? I can't give you stops and targets because those are very dynamic, and I don't want to because that's for coaching. It's just there to explain for somebody who's curious to how is it that we trade, what do we do, what's the philosophy. That's what it's there for. All right, cool. Everybody likes the PDF. Okay, very good. Very good. Awesome. All right, guys. I see everybody 3 o'clock this afternoon. Everybody have a great day. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.